Okay, we are full now.
So we can start.
Stephanie, you are here?
Yes, sorry, I was speaking for my own. We are all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What I can offer you, I was saying, if anybody has a way to record the screen instead of the meeting, is that possible? Because Guillaume, it's not answering me the call. I'll try one more, but I cannot allow you to record if not.
I think it's because you need to have a.
There he is.
Don't worry, I record with OBS Studio.
Hello tout le monde, je vais recorder aussi de mon côté. Ah non, mais Steph, c'est pas moi l'honneur de la réunion, donc je pourrais pas recorder. Vous recordez de votre côté ou pas, monsieur?
Yeah, j'enregistre avec OBS Studio, je l'ai installé
Bon,
dans Jupyter.
Parfait, alors super. Merci.
Pour moi, c'est aussi cassé, je sais plus pas. Je sais pas pourquoi. Après,
Je crois que c'est parce qu'ils font un compte Google.
Oui, c'est ça. Ah, okay, je comprends. Okay, so we start then. So hello, everybody. We have today the training for the agents related to Zendesk. There are still a little points we can improve on the account. So maybe you'll see things that better they're going to change a little bit. But well, we have everything we need for you to understand how the system works. If you have any question, if you don't understand anything I'm saying, please stop me and we can discuss it or make the question you need. We're going to have a moment also for that at the end of this meeting. Have any of you used Zendesk before, or is the first time for all of you?
First time for me.
Okay.
I think pretty much first time for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So Zendesk, what's gonna do is create a ticket for every interaction you have with your customers. It doesn't matter the channel. What allows you to do is, because it's an omni-channel, if we have chat, iBot, emails, phone calls, social media, whatever channel we want to add, it will create a ticket. What happens on the email, it's important to know, is that if someone does not answer an email, it will create a new ticket instead of going on a chain. So if you ever see, is there someone else wanted to share? Maybe?
Non, c'est bon, c'est mon midi qui s'est mis dedans, Steph.
Okay. So you have to just be aware that maybe you find more than one ticket of the same person from the same case. So that's why there's a merge function for different case. So here you have the homepage. Sorry, here's the homepage of Zendesk. As soon as you connect to it, you'll arrive to this window that right now it's empty because there's no information. Yes, Tom?
Excuse me, Stephanie, but if you are sharing your screen, we don't see it.
Oh, I was talking on my own for a long time. So sorry. Is this one, right? You're all on it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so here we are on Zendesk homepage. And well, of course, it's empty because we don't have history yet and the email is not connected. But as soon as that happens, this is going to start to follow on different instances. I'm going to use this account just for show you a little bit what an active account would be. And you can see like that. So here you have like a summary of all the incoming tickets of the day and a summary a little bit of the full of the account. and this is the home. But normally, what we want to use, it's the views window here, which this would be yours, and this is what you're gonna use mostly all the time you're working. It's gonna show you in different folders the situation of the account, and as much as we want, we can personalize this. And each of you, if you feel that it would be nice to have a specific view, you can create your own views that anybody else will see. So if you feel it's gonna be comfortable for you to have a folder with the views of a specific customer or a specific case, I'm gonna show you a little bit later how you can create a view just for your own, so you can personalize that as much as you want. So here we have a folder that's called My Actionable Tickets, which is interesting. Every time there's a like my pendings or my actionable ticket, it means they're like set up on a way that you will see only the tickets that are assigned to you, which means that one agent won't see the same tickets of other agent on the same view. So this will show you just the tickets that are under your name. And all these columns here, they're also personalized. So if you feel that that's missing or that is misplaced, that you would like to see something before another thing, we can definitely do that. That's My Actionable Tickets, where will be all the tickets that are not solved and not pending and need an action on yourself. If you click here and you go under Edit View, you're gonna understand a little bit what's going on the backend, and that may help you to also see the possibilities that you have on the future to create your views or to organize this situation. So Zendesk works with two different types of conditions: meet all of the conditions or meet any of the following conditions. This means that we want all of this happening together, and there's cases that maybe it can be one option or the other option, and if one of them matches, then the action will be performed. So here you can see on this view of My Actionable Tickets that we are just watching the tickets that are less than solved and they're not pending tickets. Why about this? We're going to talk in a minute, but then this is the specific thing that assignee is current user, and this will change depending on the agent that's connected. And that's what's going to show. And here are the different columns we have. At this moment, it's grouped by priority in case you use priority, and latest update ordered. Okay. Why about the pending tickets? I'm quickly going to show you. So if you click on ticket here, add a ticket, you'll see here status. Okay. If you hover on each of the status, you will understand the meaning of it and why it's there. Okay. So for the pending ticket, it's very important to respect that it's going to be always on the requester side, which means that you already answered to the customer and now you're waiting an answer on its side. And this is very important because there are rules created by the status. So there's automations basically that if they don't answer, for example, in a specific window of time, then they're going to receive a message saying we are waiting for your answer. So as an agent, try to never leave a ticket under pending if you're still haven't given an answer, or if you're waiting for something to give an answer. In those cases, it's what I used on hold or in haste request, which if you see the color, there's what is ticket category, which is the ones that respect the same color, save for open. So it's like ticket category open. And then the ticket status, that is the detail of the category. So here we have the different two for on-hold tickets. Any questions?
Yeah, normally you have one one new category for waiting editor ticket.
Yeah, here, waiting for editor. And because this is generic as waiting for a third party, I leave it as the we can change the name, but for me, maybe you can use it also for something else. It's like waiting for a third party.
Ah,
So here
Mm.
I created the folder waiting for editor, but if you see the, we can change the name if that's easier for you, it's fine. But for now, because I don't know if you have a other situation and if it's clear enough the way Zendesk function for you, I leave it just as on hold. And the other one that's a little bit more specific, I created a part as enhancement requests. Again, if you want to change the name, we can, but already on hold, it's the meaning of that, because you're waiting for a editor, so it's waiting for a third party on my mind. Is it clear and it's fine, or you want to change the name?
I think the change name is better.
Okay, you don't use.
It's my opinion. If you.
I don't know for the others. On my side, I have not much of an issue. It's more or less than with the waiting for editor view, the tickets that will be in there. As an example, the tickets that will be in there will be the on hold tickets. But what if we put a ticket that is waiting for a third party that is not the editor? It will go into waiting for editor?
Yeah, that's exactly the question I had for you. So it depends how you use it and how you want to use it. We can definitely add another one, but I didn't know if you may use on hold for other third parties or not. So if you would, then yes, we have to make a distinction. If that's the only third party you regularly wait for, then we can just leave on hold. That's a question for you.
I don't know how much third parties we wait for. Other third parties than the editor. I don't know if there's very much. I mean, except the internal ones, maybe. But
Yeah, sales.
Okay,
I
this
mean, we could note this and answer you, confirm you later if it's possible.
Perfect. Perfect. That's something, that's a point I had here to understand. That's why I leave it like that. But yes, for me, the most important thing we can take from this meeting today is to understand the function of Zendesk, how it works. So then we can go more precise on what we need. So definitely this will change if you have another third party you wait for, and then either we change the name for all of them or we create a new status. Or just for you to understand how it works, another way of doing that is, for example, to have a checkbox and you leave it on hold and you check a box because it's a specific wait for sales. Of course, if you have wait for sales, you can put it here, and if you use it too much, but it's very unregular, you can have a checkbox to add a tag, and I can use a condition to say if this tag is there, then don't put it on this folder. You know, that's kind of how it works on the back end.
Okay.
Okay, so that's it for now. Waiting for the editor is on hold. Then we can discuss and change it if we need. Okay, so unassigned tickets will be all the tickets that doesn't have a person assigned to it or a group assigned to it. Okay, so you will find here all these tickets that are missing to have a responsible on them. SLA at risk is a view created for all the ticket that has break the SLA. In this case, I think I use break, not until it breaks. So we can check here. Yeah, hours since it's an hour after the SLA has been broken. So if we set up, we can check here how we set up the SLA for all of you to know. This is your SLA. So the goal will be to respect that for most of the tickets you have 4 hours. For now, it says the same for all priorities. This would be good to like personalize it on priorities a little bit more. But for the urgent tickets, you have 1 hour And for the total, you have 7. And this is requester wait time is the summary, the sum of all the hours the requester has been waiting for your response. I don't know if it's clear enough, but I think these two are the most important ones for the agents to understand, that if it's urgent, you have 1 hour to answer, and for the rest, you have 4 hours. And here, there is not, and that will be good to create if you want, that we can create a view for urgent tickets. If you see here also, we have, here, we have another SLA created for premium support that changes a little bit the first reply and the next reply time. Again, urgent, but here, yes, we have just this personalization of the height for these VIP customers. But this is a good idea. We're gonna create the urgent tickets all together. So I'm gonna use these ones to clone the most important part. So I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna clone it, which is gonna help me to work on. I'm gonna go urgent priority. I'm gonna take from here, yeah. We have views here. I'm just gonna take the here. That's what I want. Okay. Here. Okay. So if you see here, there's a part that says who has access. And here is where you come in place. That there's an option that says only you, which means if you want to create a view just for yourself because you feel it's gonna be useful for your work, then you're gonna click here and no one else is gonna see what you're creating. So this is a good way to play and learn if you need something specific for yourself. So here I'm gonna change this and say, okay, priority is urgent. And I want the tickets that they're still active, so I don't want to take into account the solved tickets. And maybe I want to group them by status and organize it like that. And here I'm gonna add a assignee name. Okay, so now I created this view. I'm gonna edit the share views order and I'm gonna bring it a little bit higher. And here I'm gonna update. And this refresh is cool because maybe ticket has a little delay to come in and you're working and you finish a folder and you want to click here to kind of bring more tickets if they normally it's automatically, but it has a time. So if you click here, it's gonna refresh. So here we can see urgent priority and there's a test ticket that has been done for urgent priority. Any questions from here?
I have 2 small questions.
Yes.
Do you know if there's any sort of limit on the number of view one can have?
For personal views, I think it's 8 or 12. Don't remember, but yes, there is.
Okay. And excuse me, go on.
No, you tell me.
My second question was about the criteria when you create this type of view. There was the less than solved criteria, which means there are some kind of level among the different status.
Of course, that's kind of an escalation. And that's a very, very good question. Now we're going to go into a ticket and see how that works. But briefly, a ticket regularly arrives under new. we're gonna see that here. Normally a ticket arrives in new, or if you create a proactive ticket means you are gonna be the one doing a ticket on behalf of a customer. So under requester, it's not you, it's the customer you want to write to. Kind of the two from an email. And tickets normally arrive in new, but if there is any rule on the backend, on the triggers that says, for example, that assigns a ticket, saying like if a ticket is urgent, assign it to this person, then it's going to arrive under open and it's still going to be a new ticket, which means you haven't touched it. But on the backend, there was a rule that changes something on the ticket. In that case, the ticket, you'll see it haven't been touched by any agent, but it's under open. So new and open are kind of the new tickets. And then in progress, you can use if you are like working on the ticket, but still haven't answered to it, which when you answer to a customer and you're waiting for an answer from him to keep going on the conversation, it goes on pending. And this is where the ticket normally bounces between the three status. So ticket is open, it's pending, go back to open automatically if the requester answers back. So if it goes on pending, they answer, it goes back to open. You answer back, it goes on pending, the answer goes back to open. If maybe you're waiting for a third party, you go on hold, then it goes back to pending. You answer to the customer, goes back to open, and goes back to solve. When it's solved, the ticket it's done. And system-wise, when a ticket goes on solve, you have a window of, I think we used 4 days, which is the default. Here. This is the automations. We're gonna talk a little bit about triggers and automations, but I want to first close your question. So there's an automation that it says close ticket 4 days after status is set to solved. Why this? There's no way in Zendesk you can manually close a ticket. You can manually solve a ticket, because if a customer and you say, okay, and you solve it, then the customer answers back because they say thank you, or maybe because it's not really solved from the side and they still have a new question, then the ticket will reopen. When this window of 4 days goes by and Zendesk close the ticket, no ticket can be opened back. Okay, they're definitely closed, and you can have a follow-up, but it will have a new ticket ID. You cannot reopen this closed ticket. That's why there's a 4-day window. Is that clear?
Yes,
Clear, but
Yeah.
small question. Even us cannot reopen these tickets.
No, you can. If you see after 4 days someone answers back, the system will create automatically a follow back. I don't have that here, but maybe we can check this on another account. Sorry, I'm gonna use this instance for that. So that's funny. I'll have it. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's funny. Okay, we're getting there. I need tickets that has been solved before to show you this. Here, nothing. Here, finally. Okay, there's a solved ticket. So it's kind of an archive ticket, okay? So you're not able to interact with the ticket because Zendesk has closed it. But if you need to create a follow-up because you think there was something that it's important to re-say about this, there's a button here that says create a follow-up. So if you click here, create a follow-up, then you have the possibility to rewrite on that ticket. So if I come here, okay, and there we go. Then we're gonna talk a little bit about now we come here on the ticket and we're gonna talk about this. So if I submit this ticket is pending, we have here follow up on the ticket number this, and then you have them kind of link, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
If possible, to detect this number on the object name on the ticket for follow up the new attribute.
Sorry, I don't understand. What?
It's possible to detect this ID number on the ID object mail for add the follow up on the ticket, new ticket, open it.
This is the follow up on the new ticket open.
Oui, mais with graphical creation, but the question is with email.
Can we have an automatism?
No. I mean, yeah, if the person answer back to a closed ticket, if the ticket is closed, and they go to their email and they write down like answer back, and they write to you, and the ticket is already closed, the system will automatically create this follow up. That yes,
Okay.
that's automatically how the system works. But if you want to manually do it as an agent because you think you have to reopen this ticket, you have to create a follow-up yourself.
But the details from the requester will remain the same. The email that they use to reply to the
Of course,
ticket.
because they answer back to the ticket or you create a follow-up, you are texting the same person. I mean, imagine this as an email. This is the same, it's a different way to seeing Outlook or Gmail. But yeah, I mean, if you answer on the same, but here you don't have the way to write, so that's why I create a follow-up. But you are texting exactly the same person. It's the same as putting the answer back, you know? And then you start here, but everything was automatically set. Everything of the ticket, the same categories, the same everything. Is that clear?
Clear.
Okay. So here, now, yes, moment has come. I'm gonna just give you a little tip that's very important, and we go on the ticket window. There's here a play button, and this is very important because if there's more than one agent working at the same time on the same folder, this avoid collapse. So if you click under play, it's gonna go ticket by ticket of the folder. You can answer and you go and or you can skip it. You go, you answer, and it's gonna go to the next one. I'm gonna use again, this is a test instance, okay? So everything is very chaotic. But if I go on play and I answer something, I submit this and pending, it's gonna go on the next ticket of the folder. This is, I see this, I say, okay, I don't wanna work on this one. I go skip, it keep going. And yeah, same as that, you know, pending, and it goes to the next one, and all the time like that. Here, if there's anybody else on the same ticket because they just manually go and click on a ticket from another computer, you'll see an eye here, and then you will know there's two people viewing the same ticket at the same time. But the best way to work on tickets by group is using the play button on the same folder. Is that clear? You see there's an eye here. That means someone is the ticket is
Yeah.
opened by someone.
We have already remarked this one.
Okay, good. That's important. And for the views that we just talk a little bit, then we're gonna go and see Deeplet. But here you have a link to manage views in the case any one of you want to, if you have access now, or maybe at the end, we can leave you a little bit of time to try to create a view yourself. So you have one of your personal views. So for example, if now I go under Argent and I go only you, and I save this, now it's gonna appear here on my personal views. Okay. And this is an interesting detail. You can create folders even inside the share views. If you have a lot more views and you have one for on hold, and here you have the different on hold categories, you can create a collapsible folder just by adding 2 dots on it. I'm gonna go here, for example. Then I will take it out, but just to see. If I go like this, then here, now we're gonna have this collapsible folder for the views.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, ticket time. We arrive. If you need to contact someone and you want to create your ticket yourself, you click on Add and you go on a ticket. If you receive a ticket, we go on the play button and we arrive on the folder. This is the view of a ticket, okay? Under requester, you have the name of the person you are talking to, and here you have a brief of the user. This is customizable and we can add more things if that's needed. I just realized we have to add here the VIP or the plan they have. I'm gonna do that soon. And here you have also a way of going into the user profile. So here you have ticket profile, user profile, and you can create also an organization if there's a lot of users of the same organization. You can go on either tapping here or either tapping in here. This will open apart all the customer, but here you can just go and see. On the left side, we always have, this is the one I want to add, the type of compare. And here you have all the different categories, all the specifications and details of the customers that we can, if we need, for example, change the requested language. This is important to have it well because the macros you have, they have dynamic content, which it will detect the language of the user and will put the macro on the specific language the user has on their settings. So if you see something's off, you come here and you put the proper language for the customer. That said, we have here the description of the ticket and the conversation you're having on it. And here's an important button that says public reply. Okay, this is a very important difference. Public reply, it will get to the customer a notification with the text. But if this is under internal note and you update the ticket, this will not get to the customer. This is internal, and this is things you can add to the ticket without affecting, but I want to keep it open because the ticket hasn't been yet answered to the customer. Oh, because, sorry, I was... Okay, we'll do it again. Here you have a little window that says next available ticket or stay on ticket. I don't want to leave the ticket we just get, so I'm just gonna go and play again. So if I would have used stay on the ticket, I can again update the ticket and don't leave the ticket, just adding the categories I want. You can come here and add all the data you need for the ticket, you know, the creation, This one, I'm not sure we need it because we talk about it, but I mean, the ticket has a creation date automatically, right? I don't know if this is something of the something internal. Same for date response. I don't know. I don't think we really need this. I don't think I did this. I don't know who did that. But well, let me know after if we really need this. The ticket has a date of an hour of creation, of course, automatically every time interactions are done. Here you can add the different products, the operation system, the version you need. I think someone is creating fields here. I don't know who is it, but please, we are duplicating stuff. And make sure when I'm kind of setting up things, if you do the same as me, it's a little bit problematic. So if we had, for example, different channels with this person, meaning the person used a conversation with us, this is the chat. I'm just gonna do this now, and then I will show you. But contact someone. Let's see if I can create a ticket quickly. Okay. Eventually, I will force also to have an email here, which then will here, you see? If in this person, I'm gonna add a contact and I'm gonna add an email. Just add this one for testing matters. Okay. Oh, okay, it's with another person. So that's good that happens. I can merge into another user. Let me see if I find this person. Perfect. So now what I'm doing, this is interesting. The bot is not yet alive, of course, and they're still missing a little bit of configurations because I will always ask for the email. But I see a conversation comes and there's no contact information but the conversation itself. And I ask the person the email, they tell me this is my email, and then I want to see if the user is on the system. So I'm searching for the email, it found it, and I'm gonna merge it to this user. I confirm and merge. And now this conversation I'm having on the chat is also, it's attached to a user that has a specific email. Sorry, I left the conversation here. There we go. And then I can choose if I want to contact this person by messaging or by email. Oh, I lost it. Here. So I can answer back. Oh, I lost the conversation. Well, what happened, it's interesting because I cannot go back to messaging. Why? This is because I didn't have the email. But let me just try something. Okay, now we are. Okay. Okay, we still don't have the chat working. I'm sorry. Sorry, yeah?
It's
Because
okay, it's okay.
something on the plan, maybe it's not here. Nice. Okay, we're gonna check that on the rest of the users. What happened is my agent didn't have the messaging enabled, so now I enabled it, so now I'll be able to answer. So to answer a message, you have to assign it to yourself, and this is allowing me now, yes, to answer back to the chat. Okay. So what I wanted to show you before is that here you can switch the channel you want to use to answer back to the user. If you arrange with the user that you're gonna follow up this conversation in an email, you click here under email, and now you can answer back by email. And now this is gonna change this messaging conversation to an email, and now I send an email and I come back to the message if this is still open with the user and you can still chat with it. So this is very important. Here's how you can manage your different channels on a ticket. Here you have a little bit of formatting for the ticket, and for example, I say hello. Let's say like, have you sent your package? I don't know. And I want to polish this message. I click here, and for example, I go under expand, or I can add, I don't know, different, make more formal. Okay, so here is your little AI, and you can also have a prompt to whatever you need and say like, please ask them if the package has been sent, and it will create the answer here. Again, for me, the most important part always is, this is not for now mandatory, but to have every ticket categorized under type or something that after will give us a little bit of more specification for your reports on what is the ticket about. It's very important. So take into account to really work well once you understand how it works on your ticket fields. This is called the ticket fields. So you can really use this for each ticket. Maybe I think that there's a field missing saying why they're contacting, like the motive of the contact, because something's broken, something's missing, payment issue, or the type of contact. I think it's a very important category we're missing for now. But that would be the idea, to always really use the different fields you have under your left side. And here is a system type field that it's very specific for Zendesk, because it has backend situations. Because you have question, which would be like probably the regular the most incoming queries, or you have incident and problem, and there's a big difference between these two. I will first talk on task because it's easier. If I go on task, that field here was not there before. If I talk on task, the due date appear, and this you can add a due date for the task you have, and then that's the only way in Zendesk to create rules based on these due dates. Okay. There's incident and problem. Incident, it's like childs of a problem. It's like problem is a parent and incident is a child. I will create an example for this here. So we say, okay, this is a problem. I will go to myself. I will assign this ticket to me. Here you have a blue button. You have followers here. This is for light agents. So people that can external for example, they don't have they are not agents in Zendesk that can answer to the customers, but they can help you out with internal comments. This is like for supervisors or something like that. If you need extra help, you can use a follower that will like be following the ticket, watching the conversation, and adding comments for you in case you need them. And I'm gonna put this is a ticket problem. Okay, so I will submit this ticket as open. Or maybe actually I will put it as on hold. And something important, I will set this ticket as a problem under type. Okay. So then I'm gonna create another ticket and say this This is an incident ticket. And I'm gonna again do it just for myself. So I can use whatever other customer here. I'm gonna take it myself. And under type, now I'm gonna go and say problem. No, sorry, incident. Okay. Here, if I type, you see here, if I type under incident, a new window appear that says linked problem. And here I can link it to a problem. So this is the problem I created before. I'm gonna submit this also as on hold. And what happened here, if you see, there's a link here that says link to this ticket. And this ticket, it came back to this one. I'm gonna clean a little bit all the rest so it's easy for you. So here I have one incident linked to the problem, and I can have several incidents linked to a big problem. Okay, so this is kind of the child. What happened is that if I then come here and solve the ticket problem, has been solved, then all my incidents should be solved too. Why it didn't happen? Maybe I had to, wait, I'm gonna reopen it. This is the problem, yeah. I'll refresh this. Problem, solve. Okay, now yes, sorry, I had to refresh because I'm leaving everything open. So when I solve a problem, it's telling me there's an incident that's linked to this problem, and I can choose to solve all the incidents I have linked to this problem at the same time. So if I click here, all the incidents have been solved. And now if you check, this one has been solved too. So that's how, yeah.
Excuse-moi de t'interrompre. On a une réunion avec un certain Peter Aquino juste après. Est-ce que c'est quelqu'un de chez vous?
Oui, il est avec nous là actuellement.
C'est juste qu'il a fait une erreur en...
Ok, ça marche. Bon, bah, je supprime le mythe et on peut rester un petit peu plus longtemps alors. Ça marche, merci beaucoup. Désolé, Steph.
Non, ça va. Je peux rester? Ça va?
Oui.
Okay. Okay, so like that, we just solve whatever amount of ticket we have as an incident all together. Another way to solve tickets together, it's under your folder. You can select 2 tickets, and here you have different possibilities. You can click on edit, and same, you can like choose what you need and submit. And here you'll be able to work on bulk tickets, okay, all together. So now what I want to check, it's the fast ways to work on a ticket. So here you have different little windows. That's one, it's knowledge. Right now we still don't have the FAQs on the on your site, but eventually we will have. And this will bring into your ticket different suggestions of articles you have to help your customers. So this eventually will be interesting. Side conversations, we haven't really discussed this, and I'm using, this moment also to add this in case you all think it's necessary and it's important. Side conversations allows you to have, again, kind of child tickets, but conversations aside of the ticket about the ticket, okay? So they always do internal notes, but for example, if you use Slack or Teams, actually you use Teams, you can have conversations in Teams about a case, aside conversations. We should set that up if it's useful for you. Here you have one for tasks, for apps. For now, this is the app we have that it's tracking the time you spend on the ticket. And this is important because what happens on this works automatically, right? And you see now it's in 48, 49, 50. And if I leave the ticket open, this won't stop counting, Okay, you see? But the only way this stop on count is if I close it. Actually, now I just open a different one. But if you see the stop, it's on 5, 6, and then I leave. And when I come back, it will go on that one, 7, 8. Okay. So the only way of this time tracking to stop, that after it's gonna bring us good reports about the time that agents spend on a ticket, you need to close it. Okay. If you leave and you go to another tab of the browser, that won't stop. And then the measurements won't be accurate. So take into account you want to have this clean for that to work properly. So one thing we have to really enhance the time is the macros. Okay, right now we have this list. Again, this can also have folders. You use these numbers. I don't really understand the matter of them. If it's for the order, you can manually choose it. For now, I just used what you bring for it. But I see all these 2, for example, this can be a folder called 2 if that works for you. But for now, I use it like that. But same, if you use double dot, you will create a folder on it. Okay, so what happened here? If you click on, yeah, tell me.
Comme update, for example, you need to update the automatic response. How to process for update this response?
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand. Can you please repeat?
How can we change this reply?
The text, you mean, or the name
Yeah.
of the?
Yeah.
We're gonna get there. For now, you tap on the little eye here, and you can see what text is gonna bring. And for now, we just put a text on it, but eventually you can also add categories here. You know, a macro is not only for text, it's for actions. So you can say, okay, the type field is question, the product is this one, and you can set the ticket also at the same time you add an answer. So if I click here, either in apply macro, or I know it's this one and I just tap on this one, it will add me the text. Here you can edit the text before sending it, or you can, after under admin, go on macros. The thing is, I think I used the dynamic content. Yeah, so it's a little bit harder to edit them, but here you have dynamic content, and you have all your different macros and in different languages. So for example, if I go on this one, here the one has French, I don't know, this one. Okay, this one, you see you have on the same macro 2 different languages, English and French. And I can click here under edit, and then you can update your text. That's how you change the text. But you can always also manually update it on the ticket, okay? Normally, agents shouldn't touch almost anything under the admin center, just the views. The idea is that there's one responsible person for that. And again, I have seen you've been doing some stuff that it would be good to review. So please pay attention. After it's harder to work. I mean, my goal is to leave this as easy as possible, and for now this is not the easiest way, and the order is not correct. So pay attention. Of course, you learn by doing, so it's okay. Play with it, but pay attention not to touch too much things that then will be broken. So this is how you put a macro. Here you can attach documents if you need, or add links if in case you need. I'm gonna send this macro again as a public reply. You can change if you want this as an internal reply. And there's this little part that's also important. That's for, well, filters if you want to see just one or the other. And this is events. This is very interesting. It's maybe a little bit hard to read. But this will tell you all what has been happening on the ticket on the backend. Okay, so the ticket has been received and the policy that has been set, priority, everything, all the triggers that has act on the backend. Okay, if there has been sent a notification to the customer, the things that after you change, for example, here you see it changed the status to pending.
Can you simply copy and paste this as with live links? No.
What you mean?
Just copy everything and then paste it somewhere. If you're making a summary, for instance.
Like this, copy paste?
Yeah, all of that, all of the history.
Well, maybe you have to
Just
like select
highlight
it, like,
everything.
yeah. But then here you have a summary. You see, high ticket summary. You can see with the AI a little summary. It has been created about the ticket. But why you would like to copy paste all of this? This is in case you don't understand something that maybe it's not well set up.
Well, if you're trying to determine what has already been done, for instance.
Well, now you have to scroll. I mean, you always have to check. You have sometimes little details under each side. Here, if you tap, you can add more CCs. And here you have 3 dots, which also will allow us, probably the agents, I'm an admin, and the agents shouldn't have, for example, suspend user or delete ticket, but they will have probably less options here. Depends on the abilities we keep them. But well, you see here under the 3 dots, you have different options. Merge into a ticket is the one I want to check with you, because it can happen that maybe you have, you see, for example, ticket for merge. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna create another ticket. And I go here, ticket for merge. Just, I take it when I do this. Okay, so you see here, the ticket has a number. In this case, it's this one. But I see I want to merge this ticket to the other one. So I'm gonna click here and go on merge into another ticket. Actually, the one I want, this is ticket 1, perfect. So here I'm gonna go merge into another ticket. And I'm gonna write down 1. Because if I request this, I just want, I'm gonna do it again so you see. If I tap on 1, oh, here it gives me also the other option, but I say, okay, ticket ID is 1. I click on merge, and then I go continue, and it shows 1 here. That's what I wanted. So here you see it's telling you, I'm gonna merge this ticket to this other ticket. I go confirm and merge, because maybe, as I told you, if a person doesn't answer directly on the email and they create another email, it will create 2 different ticket IDs. So maybe you want just to keep 1. Remember, the ones you want to merge are the child tickets. So where you put merge, it's gonna get unsolved, okay? And it's gonna go to the other one. This is how I merged 2 ticket. And here you have ticket for merge was closed and merged into this request. And you have the ticket number. Okay? Any questions around?
I have many questions.
Okay, let's go.
Is there a description field that remains constant, or is that notes field that I saw on the right side? Like
Here?
a description, no, on the right side, there's a right panel and there's a notes field.
Here,
There.
you mean?
Yeah,
Okay.
is that the only description field that you have? Or?
No, let's discuss this. And again, I don't know who did this, but this is terrible. Like, please never use this. I'm gonna we have to, I don't know, Julian, then we have to discuss these things. Someone create a lot of fields here that are really not necessary, like internal notes. Internal notes are here. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
So internal note for a ticket, it's here. And this, it's, you know what a framework is?
No.
An iframe. This is like an iframe of the user. Okay, you're having in a little window like a quick view of user details. So here it's notes for user, and here it's notes for ticket. If the same user then creates another ticket, then you will always have this note in all the tickets this user created. For example, here, let's say I'm gonna add note for user. You'll see this is under the user. After a refresh, probably we'll get it when I refresh. I mean, if I want to red flag a user somehow, here you see add note for user. And then if I go to whatever ticket, that's a different one that I had, then you can always see this.
Right. And that is linked to an email address, yeah?
Exactly.
Oh,
And then you have, we didn't use for now organizations, but if you have here, for example, for now, any organization has users link because they have a right. But if they detect the domain dela.org, then all the users will be will end up here.
mhm.
And then you can have notes for an organization,
Right.
right? And here you have your sales manager. So that's how it works. And eventually you can like also navigate on the ticket, the user or the organization. Here you have a summary of all the tickets of the user. And well, the visit pages is because I have been like a little bit going around on their knowledge base for the chat and stuff.
Question for you have on the ticket you have a specific type for all the number tickets I assign actually on the OS ticket, but I want to find the specific value on this
On Zendesk.
yeah, on the desk I want to find the new number ticket. The old number ticket and on the desk. How filter that?
Yeah, I want to know that as well. So if you have the old ticket number that is from our OS ticket from us, how can you do a quick search?
Because you have a number, you just want, here you have, I'm not sure I'm going to answer the question. I'm not sure I understand the question, but here you have a search button and you can search for, I don't know, email, ticket number, text, whatever you want to write is going to help you find it. For example, if I want to find my user and I write just this, it will tell me here users. You can tap here user. If I go under users, then it find me. If it's a ticket, it shows all the tickets with this user. If you have a ticket number, like, I don't know, here.
No ticket number for Zendesk. Ticket number for
Not the ID, but the
old ticket number. So say 7790, for instance. So, okay.
Like this?
Is that it?
No,
No, because that ticket is
you see
45.
You see on the ticket information, you have numéro du ticket. No.
Yeah.
1845.
There. So can we search on this?
Good question. 5. You can create more or less. You can create a report, but it will be a very long list. No. I mean, yes, you can go on the user and see all the tickets the user has. And maybe we can add here a column. I don't know if I can add it now. Here we cannot add columns. I can quickly, if you give me just a moment, see. Not sure. It's good you see this because what I'm doing now is I'm adding a free app. Zendesk has a marketplace, and there's a lot of specific applications that may help. So I'm installing this application now. That it's called Advanced Search. I'm not sure you're gonna be able to do what you want. So here you have a small search now. No. What was the number?
7790.
No,
So 0007 Yeah.
I'm sure it's gonna be right. Is it this one? No. Oh,
No.
maybe.
Yes, it is.
What
Yes,
is your
it is.
Zendesk
It
number?
is that one.
It is.
I don't think it's this one. Oh yeah.
Yes, 7790.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
that. Ah, perfect.
It is
Okay, here. Okay. You put the number of ID here.
Hmm.
Here you have it's a different way of searching, but yeah. Let's see. Okay. Yep.
Nice.
Well, that's
the-
good.
The manage views that you have there on the left bottom, that opens in Zendesk tabs or in the Chrome tabs?
Zendesk.
Okay. You said there'll be about 8 to 12 sort of different views. Can you have them all simultaneously open in different browser tabs?
No. No, I'm yes, I mean, but I'm not talking about these views. I'm talking about these views. Tabs, then after a moment, they collapse and they go on an arrow.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm opening the same one. Okay, here. You see?
So they all open in one browser tab within Zendesk.
Yeah, they're all in the same.
Mhm.
But then you can definitely duplicate these and have another tab with different views, if that's your question.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
you can. But remember that if you're not clean with that, this app it's gonna be a little bit screwed.
I see.
Maybe just I don't know. You can just stop by. I see you manage yourself a little bit. So if you just don't want that not to happen, you just manage to open and you tick it. But again, this will be counting either. So I don't know. A good way is to always kind of close everything. I understand it's hard to do that, but well, that's how it is. You can also switch them off the order if that's works for you. This is new and it's nice. Okay. So in a big view, that's it. We need, of course, to work a little bit more on the views, on how we're going to manage that. And now I want to go a little bit around in how there's other features in Zendesk. So if you see here, each of these, it's different features. Okay, the knowledge base, the analytics are the ones I want to see the most with you. Before quickly, we have here all the customers in case you just want to see this list, or all the organizations in case you want to see this list.
For that,
Yep.
I don't see that on my side for customer and organization the link. I don't
Because
think.
probably as an agent you don't have because I'm an admin, but that's fine.
Okay.
You will always be able to either click here or search for them. Can you search users? This does allow you to search user.
I think so, right?
It should, but can you check? Since you're telling me you don't see this. I click on the
Yeah.
on the search and
Yeah.
so-
I can find it here.
perfect. Yeah, this is for security matters, so you don't really change probably. And let me know this, and we can discuss about it. Can you please check if you are on a ticket, whatever ticket you are, if you can click on a user, and this is editable for you or not? Probably not. Is it on gray?
Yeah. I have all the details for that.
But can you edit, or is it on gray?
Gray.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's because of the, for security measures, you're not allowed to change. Probably you can add notes, and that would be it. Are you able to add notes? That's maybe important.
No, it's not possible on my side.
Okay, then we can check on that.
Only agents and user final can consult the notes.
In the ticket, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So here we still have to again work a little bit on this. But if I come here and I click knowledge base, it's gonna take me to this. Sorry, I just customize it a little bit, but we can do whatever you want here. Here you have the chat. Eventually, you're gonna have here the different categories and articles and whatever. Again, this is very a test instance, but here you can have private articles just for agents and also public articles for all the customers. And here, so people can read, see their articles, and do whatever it needs. And eventually, as I told you before, when you have a knowledge base in a ticket, well, this one is a ticket without information at all. I'm not sure it's gonna happen. Yeah, see, here you have suggestions of articles that may be useful or helpful to answer your ticket. You can copy it, link it, say copy link to conversation, and you have it there, for example. That in case it's useful. And here, and that would be for me this is a little bit for admins or supervisors, but a little bit for agents if you do have access to it. It's the analytics, a little bit of reports on how the account is doing, general view about it, and then you have here different dashboards. And you have the Zendesk support dashboard, which is for me the most important one, or the one you're going to use the most. And you can see here the different actions of the ticket, how everything is going. You can filter by assignment. Well, I'm sure she has nothing, but yeah. So you can use your filters and check a little bit of efficiency. Well, of course, with all the importation, this is a bit off, but then you can like switch the frame of the time you're going to be looking, and it's going to be more accurate on the future. Agent updates. Well, you'll have information on each of these things as soon as you start like really using the account a little bit more. Eventually, you can create your own dashboards and stuff. Well. Okay, so regarding these, any questions?
Yeah, I have questions for light admin. For example, you want to I want to specific the seller manager, you can seek for a specific organization view. It's possible to filter on that.
A specific view for light agent, that's what you mean?
Yeah. For example, I want to just just organization, so you can seek. You have a sales manager on that.
Yeah, for sales that don't have full access, but
Just I say I know you the light admin. It's possible to view add the internal note on the ticket, but I not I see possible to filter so seek all just only the organization you have attribute on.
Yeah, I understand your question. We're gonna check, and that's allow me to talk a little bit about triggers and automations. That's nice. I mean, for sure, there's a workaround. I'm not sure if we can do it without any other click. I'm gonna let you know in a second. And before that, what I'm gonna do here to see this is first I'm gonna see if we have any followers. There you have consents. Because we're now, well, yes. I mean, if we have a light agent, we still don't, I think. Click on this. Yeah. Here. So you can create all the lights agents and create like a sales group and create a view if the ticket contains this person on the ticket or this group of persons, because you can select more than one.
Okay.
Is it clear? So this would be sales, for example, and you select all the followers that are related to sales. Another way of doing this, if, for example, you have the same followers for sales or something else, is like creating a checkbox on the ticket that says, for example, sales, and you check it. And then if you do that, you can automatically add the follower, add the tag, and then you can put it on a specific view for sales with this follower and this tag. So if the same follower is also on, I don't know, cancellations, then it doesn't have to be on that folder all the time. You understand what I say? Is it clear? More or less.
Not really.
We can do a generic folder saying like if test like agent is as a follower, then put it on this view. And we are going to have a view here that it will show all the time this person is as a follower. If this person, if you don't want to have all the time that this person is as a follower on the same folder because you want to kind of create light agent groups, this is a workaround, okay? But you can create a ticket field with a checkbox here that will automatically add a tag on the back end of the ticket. And for example, you can have sales, cancellations, broken. I don't know.
We have this case on the organization directly. On the organization, you have a little chant for decide sales manager, for example.
Well, I mean, again, yeah, that's fine because I already show you. You can put it as a follower, and then you create a view for this person. Or if there's a group of sales that is just like agents, you can add here a checkbox that says sales. And then automatically we can create a trigger saying, for example, if the checkbox sales, but now I don't have, I'm gonna just use, sorry, but I'm gonna use product. This is an example, okay, because I don't have it. But if imagine is a checkbox, maybe here I have one, sorry. Okay, just for matter of explaining, I'll do it quickly. No, not that, sorry.
Oh, so you have to specify their permissions as well.
For what?
I see there the permissions.
This is for the forms. If you want a field that it has been, if you want to add a field for the users to select. But this is not, now we don't want this because this
Right.
is internal, whatever. Again, here I'm on a, I'm sorry, I'm doing Opera. Sorry, yeah.
So is this permission access related to the light agent role or related to the follower role?
This permission, don't really look what I'm doing here because I'm gonna confuse.
No.
This
Okay.
is a matter of the system. This is permissions. If you ever want to have a form for the end users and creating a field that you're gonna see on the ticket, and you want the user to be able to say type of ticket and to select the motive of the ticket, you know, like sales, for example, on the here. You know, this is the form. And for now, the users can just select the version. They don't even have the product here. I will add it, but we haven't talked about this yet. But this is a form. If you want the users to have a field to fill in on the Sambit form, then you need to have this allowed. I don't know. Okay, what I wanted to talk to you about, and this is interesting and important, it's about triggers and automations, just a matter of knowledge, just for you to understand. Triggers are based on actions that are gonna come into place after a ticket is updated. Which means, for example, now, right? I'm saying, okay, if sales, that's a checkbox, is checked, then I, for example, want to add a follower and say, okay, I want to add this person as a follower on the ticket. Okay, this will be, but I also want to, for example, in this case, what we were talking, I want to add a tag and say, well, actually, the checkbox already add a tag automatically, so I'm not gonna do it. Here I'm missing a bit, sorry, whatever. Okay.
Okay.
And then I want to create another trigger and say cancel. And here I create also another checkbox. It's called cancel is checked. Then add followers. I'm sorry, add followers. I don't know. It's gonna be this one and this one. Wait. Okay. Okay. So what I'm doing is here now. Here now on a ticket. Oh, sorry. Okay, here now on a ticket, I have a checkbox, okay? And if I click on sales and I submit this as pending, then this ticket automatically, you can see under event, it has triggered sales, Okay,
Okay.
so it added a follower because of this trigger. So now on the ticket, I'm as a follower, and it also have this. So what I can do here, for example, it says, okay, then I want to create a view for sales. And then what I want here is a follower contains this and sales, or I can actually, because I create the ticket, it's even easier. Another field, sales. Wait. Do you understand what I'm doing, right?
No, but I understand the process for assign the ticket.
I'm trying to, because if on the ticket I would have tapped on cancel, which is another option, and I do this. Now the followers are gonna be others because I created kind of a group cancel for cancel. So I have this follower, the other one was already there, and well, I'm sorry, because this one already had, so I'm gonna use another ticket. If I go and click cancel, now 2 followers are gonna be added. You can see here. Here. Why the only one? I think I tap on one. Okay, whatever. Here I wanted to show you this. Let me see if I can do it. Why not? Okay. So I'm gonna use a tag, which is sales, because I'm gonna show you why. If you see here on the fields, and I go on, this is not. If I go here on sales, this automatically is gonna create a tag that's gonna be sales. And I'm doing that. For some reason, I'm not finding the field here, but I should, but it's not. Okay, so I'm gonna add the tag. Okay. And I'm gonna update here another ticket because now that one, it doesn't have the tag. So here I come on sales. I go like that. I just wanna check here under triggers. Well, and the difference, I didn't finish with this. The difference between triggers and automations is that automations is based on time. Okay, I cannot select more than one. I have to add another one. If it's more than one person, you have to repeat the process. Okay, like that, it's gonna be 2 persons. Okay, I just want to do this so it's clear the difference. Here, I'm gonna go cancel. Okay. I'm gonna explain you now. So the difference between triggers is, as you saw, I used an action saying like, okay, if tag is selected, if sales is checked, then this is gonna happen. And then there's another thing that's called automation. That's rules, also actions, but based on time. So for example, in this case, you have like hours since the ticket has been solved, then it goes under something. So, and this is scripts. Like the triggers run after the ticket is updated, and the automations runs as a script between specific times. Okay, so 15 minutes, for example, servers of Zendesk, they will run all the automations in order. And again in 15 minutes, and again in 15 minutes, and whatever matches the conditions, it will perform the action, which is different on triggers because it's based on the update of the ticket. Every time you update a ticket, they are run. On this, for example, hours since the status is category solved is 1, it will send the CSAT. So automations is based on time phrase. It also has actions, but the way of that Zendesk runs them is different. And the the frames of time, you can only do it on automations. Take into account we have inactive the pending notification yet. That's something we have to discuss if we want to add the reminder for the clients to answer a ticket they are not answering because they are on pending status. But this is a good example of, for example, same. It says the hour since the status is pending, it's this. So then send a message to the client saying, hey, we are missing your answer on this ticket. That said, now that I did the view, what happened here is I created this sales view. And you can see here the tickets that are under sales. But if you check, I also create this cancel, but haven't created a view. But me, this is Stephanie Bouquet, I'm on this ticket, and I'm also on this ticket. But in the folder, there's only one ticket being shown because it's the one that is under the box sales and not on cancel. So this is how you can manage followers to have views in a specific motive or situation, but not for all of the ticket they have. You can also do something that's interesting that maybe, for example, I'm going to edit this view. I'm going to call it followers now. No, but I cannot do it what I wanted. Because you can also group the ticket, but I cannot select that like by. Okay, if I want to group it by field, but then you have to create a drop-down field with selections and say, okay, it's sales or cancellation. That really depends on how you use your followers, if it's always the same group or not. But you can group the tickets for status, for example, but now we have only one status you want to see. So let's forget about that. So yeah, that's how you can create a folder for the follower in a specific matters. You have to kind of add a selection. This can be also a drop-down list, whatever you want to match. If for me, it's also better to have a category of exactly that. You know what I said at the beginning? The motive, is this sales? Is this a request? Is this a question? Is this a change? Is this a cancellation? And then you can say, okay, if this follower is and the ticket is about sales, then it goes here. That's a better approach for me because it will give you information on the ticket also, and then you can create better reports. But well, that's a discussion we can have after with the administrators, the person in charge of managing this. Any other question? It's a lot.
I may have
There's
one.
a lot.
I mean, there's a lot, of course, but
It's like infinite possibilities. You can like that. That's why my role comes in place into recommendations, because there's a lot of different paths to achieve the same objective, you know? Yeah, tell me.
It's kind of on the same subject, but just to be sure, I understand completely. It's in third part. The first part would be those an organization can have a sales attached to it, and
You can put under notes whatever you want. I mean, you come here to your organization and you can add details or note, and you can just add a link here, you know?
Okay, no, there's already a sales manager setting just below, or below not, yes.
What you mean?
Okay, then can we put a trigger which would be if a ticket enters from a user of this organization, the sales manager gets added as a follower of the ticket?
Definitely, as I did before, it can. And again, so I'm sorry, but it bugs me a little because this is haven't been done by me. But for example, if these are users, there's a way that's called, I'm going to show you here, as I have it here actually. Maybe this is useful, maybe not, I don't know. But there's also what's called objects in Zendesk.
Okay.
And you have lookup relation fields, okay? And on the lookup relationships, well, this is for organizations, but I'm gonna create it with you so you can actually see. One thing I wanted also to show you is how the customer is receiving now the email that can also be customized. Okay, here. So you can add a lookup relation field and say users. And here I want to relate all the users. I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna add it. Okay, so now I created a field that's called users, and we'll search in all my account users, okay? And you can actually, like on this field I created for users. Right. On the fields I created for users, I can actually add conditions, which maybe it can be a follower, or it can have a tag, or you can have users with tags, and then this list that's gonna show you here, it will be different. And we can do the same. I don't remember this was under organizations, but I can do the same under organization fields. Well, actually, that's not what I think I had. No, I have it here. No, okay. I can add a field, a lookup relationships, saying responsible. And I can say users, and well, eventually I can add whatever tag I want, so the list is smaller. But again, now I did that. We have now a field here that will look into specific users. So, and then, I'm sorry, when you select one user like this, and then it creates a link to it. So if I tap on it, it's gonna bring me to this person. And you can see all the tickets that this person have. So it's a little bit more smart for me to use under Sales Manager this feature. So then you can go into this person and see all the tickets that the Sales Manager have attached to it. I think it makes sense. How you use it,
Yeah, it makes sense, and it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
actually. I guess it's this one. Actually, I think you use Bluefinch organization. So what you can do is create a list of users of Bluefinch organization. You don't still have Bluefinch, but yeah, you can create a Bluefinch organization and then like put all the users you want to show on this list. Or you can add a tag to the user directly, tag here. And then you can put as a condition that the list has to show only the users that have a specific tag. And then this list will be shortened down to these people. So yeah, I think we have to work a little bit together on this because field had been done like independently, and it can be done a little bit better. Any other question? I have 10 more minutes and I will have to leave. I'm sorry.
Not on my side.
No.
Okay.
The last for me, you have not show how create the knowledge base article.
That's not really on the agent side. I can quickly show you, but it's something.
It's an admin side. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I can quickly show you, but then I mean, there's specific things, and I think there's a file that we are trying to add with Julian and well that, but this is just for admins. Agents cannot add articles. They can suggest and And well, they won't have this option here, but here you can see you can create an article, and well, you can tap on here and it will bring you directly to the place. But again, I think this is just for admin. But if not, you go into your knowledge base, this will appear, you go knowledge admin, and here you have your articles, and you can go and click add an article. But first you have to have all your categories done, because you cannot add an article without a category and a section. And when you add an article, it won't, I'm showing you, but it won't let me because I have to always place it in a section, and there's a general, but I mean, I don't want to touch now. But if you are on the article, well, you have to set up the proper settings to visible to everyone. Here you can add your article, and the labels are the most important part for the AI to work on the chat. So, I mean, there are specific things you have to take into account, turn off the comments and stuff. But yeah, it is really out of scope.
Okay, perfectly.
The other thing I just wanted to quickly show you that's also possible to customize. It's here, like whatever I did with the tickets, I keep receiving notifications here. Has created your ticket on your behalf. Here is the ticket that has been created. Here the ticket has been updated. And we can add a logo here down if you want, or personalize this a little bit if that's what you would like to. But yeah, this is like on the side of the client, but it has been seen. We
Can
can
we
change
filter? Can we filter this as well, but it doesn't spam too much? Just, or does it
Yeah.
have to really record every single action that you did?
Of the full view of the ticket, you mean all the conversation? No,
yeah.
yes, you can put the last the last message if you want. That's customizable. Right
Oh,
now,
okay.
it's the placeholder we are using. It's showing everything, but we can definitely. That's a trigger. Notifications are under triggers. Now I have deactivated. You see here is active, but if you check, there's also inactive. Because the receive request, I think it's important if you want to say, hey, we received a request. But for example, in comment update here, you have a placeholder that's called tickets commented from the tickets comment formatted, but you can also search for one that it's like ticket latest comment here, for example, or ticket latest public comment. That's what you want. And this will just bring the last comment. You should like just change it like that. Okay, I won't do it now. I think we have to really think a little bit more on the account yet, and mostly on the fields we have to work. But we can also discuss this. So if you agree, I will send here quickly to our teams. Work ticket fields. Sorry. Work in ticket fields. Organization field for user lookup. FAQs. Notifications, latest comments. 5 agent notes and users. Okay, I just sent a message on Teams, more or less what we have to work on. I did that already, but well, I added to the list we had before. But yeah, maybe we should work on that. Something else?
Good on my side.
Okay, I know it's a lot. I'm pretty sure as soon as you start using Zendesk, you will come to understand it better and to have better ideas on it. So I propose you start using it. Try to test on your side, creating a ticket, answering a ticket, like run tests, so you feel how the user will feel and how you would feel as an agent. I think it's a little bit messy right now, all the fields. And yeah, well, whatever when we start using, I'm still here to adjust what we need to adjust. So start using it and let me know on try. You can try, but be really careful on the really admin part, because I won't go back and forward. So you can create your view, create a ticket, answer your ticket, put a follower, try to run those tests on your site.
Okay.
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 Thank you so much for your efforts and everything.
No, thank you. And let's keep in touch. Let's keep working on it. And hope you have a beautiful day.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you
Okay.
very much. Have a good day.